Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are doing Doomsday predictions. This is a list where I take characters who have been rumored or shown in in-credit scenes to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday, and I'm going to be ranking them based on how likely they are to appear. So the top will be like appearing as a main character. They will return in Avengers Doomsday. They're guaranteed to be main staples. The most likely is like they're probably going to be in the movie, but they may not be the main staples. Could appear just means that they could appear for a little bit of the movie, maybe teasing that they'll be a bigger thing in the next film. The cameo scene just meaning that there might be a little instance of them, but it won't be a riveting, life-changing moment. And then the characters that will not appear in Doomsday. So, without further ado, let's get right into it, starting off with Iron Man. I think Iron Man will be a little cameo flashback scene that's going to be, kind of like to draw on some nostalgia and stuff, but nothing more. I think it'll be a cool little cameo, and that's about it. Captain America, on the other hand, is definitely going to be returning in Avengers Doomsday. I think this is pretty much guaranteed. We will be seeing Captain America in this film. Steve Rogers' Captain America, I should say. It is quite likely he's going to be returning in Avengers Doomsday as the Captain America, not just as Steve Rogers. We've got Thor, who's also guaranteed to be returning in Avengers Doomsday. The trailers, like I said, have been pointing that both of them will be returning. Spider-Man is likely. I could be wrong that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be there. Instead, we'll get the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man as the leaks have been suggesting. But as of now, I am quite certain that we will be seeing Peter Parker in Brand New Day, or in Avengers Doomsday, one way or another after Brand New Day. Next up, we got Robert Pattinson's Batman, and I'm thinking that he is totally going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I don't really see a world where Robert Pattinson's Batman doesn't make an appearance in Avengers Doomsday. I feel like they're really going to need him in all of his prep time. After that, we got Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow. I think he's quite likely to appear in Avengers Doomsday. He turned into the Spectre at the end of Season 8, and we haven't seen him since, so could definitely be making an appearance. And I think it is more of a could appear, actually, than a most likely, but who knows. Alright, after that we have Pyramid Head. I am fairly certain Pyramid Head will be making a cameo scene. I don't think he's going to be a major antagonist to any of the characters because they don't have to deal with any of their guilt. But it is entirely possible that he is in a nice little cameo, kind of like in Smiling Friends, so that'd be cool. James Sunderland, I have a feeling, could appear in the film. I think if he does appear, the cameo scene with Pyramid Head will have to do with him having some kind of flashback like Iron Man, like a multiverse flashback. But I think if James does appear, he could be a valuable asset to the team because he's dealt with guilt and grief before. After that, we have Mr. X. I think Mr. X is quite likely to appear in the film, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw Nemesis in there as well. I think both of them are quite likely to appear in the film. They will be up against the main protagonists as Doom's kind of agents of Doom, and it's going to be really cool, a really hype scene, and Nemesis is going to be like, stars, and he's going to still, like, beat the shit out of, like, Captain America or something. It's going to be cool as hell. We got Leon S. Kennedy, and I'm pretty sure he is likely to be in Avengers Doomsday. I mean, the president's going to be like, yo, what is going on? Ashley got kidnapped by Doom or something, and he's going to have to get sent in to kick some ass. So Leon will definitely be there. The president will send him in, and he'll, like, dap up Steve Rogers, and it'll be cool as hell. Chris Redfield, though, I think will just be, like, a cameo. I think, like, at the end of the film, we'll see, like, the blue umbrella or whatever, the BSAA or whatever, like, come down in, like, helicopters and be like, we gotta stop this, and then it's gonna end with, like, the multiverse fracturing or whatever, and it'll be really cool. Jill Valentine, I think, is just a could appear. She's not as likely as Leon, but I think that she could appear in the film. It's quite possible. After that, we have Rick Grimes. I think Rick Grimes will return in Avengers Doomsday. We haven't seen him in a long time in the Walking Dead universe. He doesn't really have any value currently in his own universe, so I could anticipate him returning in Avengers Doomsday. After that, we have Kyle Crane. Kyle Crane will definitely be returning in Avengers Doomsday. The ending of The Beast left us on a nice cliffhanger for him to get transported through the multiverse into Doom's new battle world. I could totally see that happening. So Kyle Crane will definitely be returning in Avengers Doomsday. After that, we have Zavala. After the, crazy stuff that happened in Final Shape, and I haven't been keeping up with Destiny since then, but I assume there's still crazy multiverse stuff going on with the paracausal energy and whatnot. I have a feeling Doctor Doom will want to tap into the powers of the Traveler and, like, absorb the light like Gaul did. So I think Zavala will definitely be appearing, at least for a brief amount of time, and as a central, like, leader of the group. Whereas Cade 6 will be appearing as, like, a main staple. He'll be kind of like a paracausal, like, fragment like he was in the Final Shape. And we'll see him as, like, working with the rest of the group to, like, uncover the secret and stop it. Next up, we have Kratos. I think Kratos is pretty likely. I think Thor and Kratos will have a nice little back and forth banter about like how they got to stop Doom and how they have to do it as like brute strength brutes and stuff. So I could totally see him appearing. I just don't think he'll be a main staple character because he would take a lot away from Thor, like visually. But who knows? I think Kratos will definitely be there. We got Jonesy from Fortnite next up, and I think he just could appear. Like, we do know that, Jonesy's been dealing with multiversal stuff for a long time in the Fortnite lore and whatnot, but I think with Fortnite's lore being a little wacky at this point in time, it's quite unlikely to see him, like, as a major staple character in the film that's not about, like, the end of the multiverse, like the new Doom world and whatever. So I think he just could appear as maybe, like, an end-credit scene or something, but will not be a main staple. Real quick pivot, we have LeBron James, and LeBron James will definitely return in Avengers Doomsday. It was literally written in the stars. We will be seeing LeBron James appear in Avengers Doomsday, so yeah, get excited for that. Alright, we got Gordon here from Half-Life, and, I just think he could appear because, like, I know that the G-Man is going to have a big role in Doomsday. I'll just go ahead and put him up there. But Gordon, I think he could appear. What might happen is we might get like a Half-Life 3 little cameo, and then Gordon will like come out of the multiverse, and he'll be like, I am the Half-Life 3 or something, and then like, he'll help with stopping Doom. But I just don't think he'll be like a major staple character, and he probably won't have as much screen presence as like Zavala or Kratos. So I just think he could appear. After that, we got the Skibidi Toilet, and I just don't think the Skibidi Toilet has room in this movie. There's already so many characters that they've announced or, like, shown behind the scenes. I just don't think it would really fit with the tone of the movie either, so I just can't see the Skibidi Toilet making it into the film. After that, we have Minecraft Steve. I totally think that Steve will make it into Doomsday. I have a feeling that Dr. Doom is going to, like, take his mask off and go, and I am Doom, and then all of a sudden Steve's gonna come down with like hot lava chicken and like a bucket of water, saying water bucket release, and he's gonna stand in front of Dr. Doom. He's gonna go, and who are you? And then Steve's gonna go like, I am Steve, and it's gonna be crazy, and the theater is going to erupt, and popcorn's gonna fly everywhere, like when he said chicken jockey. It's gonna be crazy. So I could see Minecraft Steve totally is going to be returning in Avengers Doomsday. After that, we have Herobrine, and I don't see it. I don't see Herobrine appearing in Avengers Doomsday. I just don't, like I said, the cast is already bloated as it is. I don't see him appearing. I just don't think it would be any value in there being Herobrine in the film, especially when we already have Doctor Doom, who is such a powerful villain. He doesn't really need the help of Herobrine. Next up, we got Crazy Dave, and I think Crazy Dave will be a little cameo in the film. I think, like, the zombies from Plants vs. Zombies will be, like, on the battlefield or something, and Crazy Dave will be, like, in a house, and he'll, like, hide away or something. And it'll be, like, a cool little cameo, like, yo, Crazy Dave, and it'll be cool, and everybody will freak out in the theater. And then maybe he'll be a bigger, character in, like, Secret Wars or whatever, but cameo for sure in Doomsday. Next up, we got Skeletron Prime. I am certain we will be seeing Skeletron Prime in Avengers Doomsday. He is absolutely going to be in this film. There's so much room for character development with Skeletron Prime. I am certain we will be seeing him in Avengers Doomsday. After that, we have the Blight, and I am fairly certain that the Blight could appear in the film. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not putting him most likely or will return, but I am fairly certain the Blight could be seen in the film. There will at least be, like, Blight, or maybe even Trapper. I didn't put him on this list, but it could be the Trapper who appears. You never know, but could definitely be seeing the Blight in Avengers Doomsday. Alright, after that we have Rick Toffin, and, obviously Rick Toffin's going to appear in Avengers Doomsday. Like, Doom is going to try and get the summoning key, as he's trying to get also, like, the paracausal energy from Destiny and all the other stuff, and in his wake of trying to get it, he's going to get the summoning key, and the Shadow Man's going to get unleashed, and then Rick Toffin's going to have to be there, and he's going to have to stop it all. So, we're totally going to be seeing Rick Toffin in Avengers Doomsday. I think that's guaranteed. He will have to stop the summoning key somehow, so he'll be there. Alright, we've got Tung 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 Sahur next, and I think Tung 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 Sahur will just be a cameo. I don't think it'll be like, he's not going to come out of like a Doctor Strange gate or anything as like a big reveal. I just think he's going to be a cool little cameo in the background or something, so he'll be there. Alright, next up we have Chavez from Deceive Inc. I think this is a very likely pick. I know Deceive Inc. hasn't been super popular recently, but I'm hoping it gets a little bit of resurgence after Chavez appears in Doomsday. He deserves his highlight in Doomsday. I think he would be a phenomenal choice to appear in the film, so would love to see some character development for that character. Next up, we have Vin Diesel's Wheelman, And I am fairly certain Wheelman will be returning in Avengers Doomsday. I just don't see a world where Wheelman doesn't show up in Avengers Doomsday. He is such an pivotal point of the story, so he has to be there. Vin Diesel's Wheelman will be there. We've also got good old Gamer 2009, Gerard Butler's Gamer 2009, and Gamer 2009 is guaranteed to be in the film. He's going to say some crazy gamer lingo, and it's going to be life-changing, and he will totally be in this film. Next up, we have the Ghoul from the Fallout TV show, and I think he could appear. I don't think he's guaranteed to appear just because we already have a lot of gunslinger characters, but he could appear as like a non-pivotal character, kind of like a Green Arrow, where he's like in the film for a vast majority of it, but he doesn't really get much character development on screen. So totally could be seeing a Ghoul in the Avengers Doomsday film, but not guaranteeing 100% that he's going to be there. Alright, now we have Freddy Fazbear, and we already know Freddy Fazbear will return in Avengers Doomsday. I think this is like pretty much 100% guaranteed. Freddy Fazbear will be there. There's going to be a scene where like Leon S. Kennedy has to call the president, and there's going to be like, Mr. President, deploy the Fazbears, and they're going to deploy all the Freddys, and they're going to kill everyone. It's crazy. And similarly, I think Springtrap has to be there because he always comes back, and so he will return in Avengers Doomsday if he always comes back. So Springtrap we're definitely going to be seeing in Avengers Doomsday. Alright, next up we got Matt Pat, and Matt Pat will return in Avengers Doomsday. I am pretty certain that Matthew Patrick will return in Avengers Doomsday. I think this is pretty much 100% guaranteed. So if you're excited to see Matt Pat like I am, then this movie is definitely going to be a good time in the theater. Similarly is going to be Markiplier, or I guess his character Simon in Iron Lung, and I totally can see Simon showing up here in this film. At the end of Iron Lung, they left so much open for his character to have further development and more exploration of his backstory, so I could totally see Simon returning in Avengers Doomsday as kind of like a follow-up to Iron Lung. I think it'll happen. I'm certain of it. He will return in Doomsday. On the contrary, though, we have Jacksepticeye, who I just don't think will appear in Avengers Doomsday. If Mark's going to be in the film, he probably won't be. He could be a cameo. I could totally see a Jacksepticeye cameo as like a voice cameo or something, but I just don't see the value in having three really big YouTubers in the film. This is a bit too of like high-class TV or like film to have a bunch of YouTubers kind of take over the cast list, so I just don't see it, but it's possible. So I guess I'll put him in cameo. Alright, next we got SpongeBob, and me personally, I think SpongeBob will be a cameo, and I think that Squidward could appear. And the reason I think this is just because SpongeBob doesn't add much value to the team. Like, he's a cool addition and all, but I think Squidward is a little bit more, like, viable to this team of Avengers and stuff, so he's more likely to appear. I think SpongeBob will make a cameo when they go to recruit Squidward. He'll be there. And similarly, I think Plankton will most likely be appearing in Avengers Doomsday. I think there's a pretty high chance of it. Out of all the SpongeBob characters, Plankton is like the most likely, I would say, so he's going to go up the highest. Alright, we got Po from Kung Fu Panda. I think we all know he is going to be returning in Avengers Doomsday. After Kung Fu Panda 4 flopped, they need a way to really bring back in the Kung Fu Panda cinematic universe. And I can totally imagine a scene where Dr. Doom is like ravaging all of like Japan or something in his quest to like take over the world, and all of a sudden it plays like CeeLo Green kung fu fighting on the screen, and Po comes out of like the light with like Freddy Fazbear and Gerard Butler and Markiplier behind him, and they're all gonna like start kung fu fighting and stuff. It's gonna be crazy. I can just imagine it in my head. Alright, after that we got Walter White, and we all know Walter White is going to be returning in Avengers Doomsday. This is guaranteed. He's going to be there, he's going to get the Infinity Gauntlet, he's going to go like, and I am the danger, and he's going to like snap, and then it's going to be crazy, and Doom's going to obliterate, but he's going to have already completed his plan. It's going to be a crazy ending. We will be seeing Heisenberg in the Avengers film. Next up we got 11 from Stranger Things, and after the ending of Stranger Things, I could totally see this happening. I just don't think it'll be a pivotal character in the film. 11 is a character who doesn't really need any more growth as a character, so there won't be like a pivotal arc, but I could totally see her appearing as like a non-trivial character, like I said, with like a Green Arrow or a Gordon or even a Jill or someone like that, where it's not really like a Valiant, like they don't have to be there, but they do help the cast a lot. Next, we got Song Ji-hoon from Squid Game. And I think he's pretty likely to appear. The ending of Squid Game really left it ambiguous what's going to happen with him as a character. So maybe he gets like, before he hits the ground, he actually got teleported through like a portal or something, and he ended up in Doomsday. That would be pretty cool, I think. So yeah, he's definitely going to be on the list for me. After that, we got Morbius, and I just don't think Morbius is going to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday. I think the Sony licensing stuff is just not going to let it happen. Plus, I wouldn't be a fan of having Jared Leto in the film, all things considered. I just think we're a little bit past Jared Leto, so I just don't see it happening. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be surprised and he'll get like a little cameo, but probably no Morbius. After that, we got Deck from Predator Badlands. He's definitely going to be in the film. I think he's going to have a major pivotal character arc. He's going to go like through space, run into like Star-Lord or somebody, and like Markiplier on his planet, and the three of them are going to have to tag along to like help out the others, and like Wheelman and stuff take on Doom. It's going to be crazy. I totally can see Deck in the film. Similarly, Dr. Kelson's definitely going to be there from 28 years later. Guaranteed I'm going to see him. His death scene at the end of 28 Years Bone Temple, he's going to get like teleported into the multiverse right before he dies, and then he's going to be here, and everybody's going to be like, whoa, Dr. Kelson, and it's crazy, and it's wild, and he's going to be like with everybody else. It's going to be crazy, so totally could see Dr. Kelson here in Avengers Doomsday. After that, we got Benoit Blanc from the Knives Out trilogy, and I think he's pretty likely to appear in the film. I just don't see it as like a big, revelational character because we have Batman already. Batman will be like the mega detective and the fighter kind of combined that handles everything. And Benoit will just be like the behind-the-scenes kind of puppet master with the detective work on trying to figure out what Doom's endgame is. So he'll get a decent amount of screen time, kind of like a Leon or like a Spider-Man, but I just don't see them being like a big, pivotal, life-changing character. After that, we got Gabriel the Angel from Good Fortune, and I think he's pretty likely to appear in Doomsday. I mean, the ending of Good Fortune was pretty good, and he kind of got everything he wanted, so I could totally see him returning in Doomsday as like a side character. Granted, I will say probably could appear because he will be a side character, but it's very likely he will be there, so I'm going to put him there. After that, we got Marty Mauser. And guaranteed we will be seeing Marty Mauser in Avengers Doomsday. Really no question. His ping pong skills will be absolutely necessary to stop Doctor Doom, so we'll be seeing him there. And similarly, Smoke and Stack will definitely be there. I think Smoke and Stack are some of the most pivotal characters in the entire film, so we're definitely going to be seeing them in Doomsday. After that, we got Emma Stone in Begonia. I think she's going to have a cool little cameo where we see, like, the CEO on, like, a FaceTime call or something, and she's there, and it's going to be crazy, it's going to be wild, and it's going to be a cool little cameo that all the fans are going to be like, whoa, that's cool that Begonia got put in the movie, and it's cool, and whatever. All right, after that, we got Ice Cube from War of the Worlds, and yeah, he's definitely going to be in the film. I mean, Ice Cube, like, he's going to he's going to be the thing that draws everyone together, because he's going to see Doctor Doom first on the watch list, and then tell Leon about it, and the two of them are going to send out the join the revolution messages or whatever, and they're all going to work together. It's going to be really cool, and we're going to see him kind of draw everyone together for Doomsday. After that, we got Peacemaker and Vigilante, and both of them will be appearing in Avengers Doomsday. They're kind of like Deadpool characters, except they don't have any of the actual superpowers, so they're like cooler than Deadpool. But yeah, totally going to be seeing them. I mean, we left Peacemaker Season 2 on such a big cliffhanger that if it's not leading up to Doctor Doom and like his whole like salvation arc and stuff, then I really don't see how these two characters don't appear in Doomsday, you know? After that, we got Ke Huy Quan's character in Love Hurts. We will definitely be seeing him. There's going to be some kind of cookie alert that they have to stop, and it's going to be a crazy sequence. They got to stop a cookie alert because Doctor Doom is going to, terrorize the world or whatever. So definitely going to be seeing Ke Huy Quan in the film. After that, we got Tobin Bell's Jigsaw. I think this is going to be a cameo scene. I think there's going to be a flashback. Probably like the same flashback that's got like Iron Man and like Crazy Dave in it. We're going to see Tobin Bell's Jigsaw. And Mark Hoffman is going to be kind of the person who has the flashback, and he's definitely going to be in the film. Hoffman, that little end credit scene we saw in Saw X, totally is leading up to his appearance in Avengers Doomsday. So that's guaranteed. We got the Mr. Boss after this from Smiling Friends. He's totally going to make an appearance in Doomsday. I think he's going to be kind of, like I said, like a side character like these guys are, but he's definitely going to be appearing in the film regardless. After that, we got Glep, and we know Glep is going to be in the film. I mean, we've seen the Glep ep. We know he's going to be in the film after that. So Glep 100% will be in Avengers Doomsday. There's pretty much no argument that Glep is going to be appearing in the film. After that, we got Goku, and yeah, we all know Goku's also going to be in the film. I mean, Goku's probably the only one strong enough to actually stop Doctor Doom in the first place, other than like Wheelman. Wheelman obviously could do it too, but Goku, yeah, he's really powerful. I think he's guaranteed to be in the film. All right, after that we got Ghostface. All things considered, I actually don't anticipate Ghostface appearing in the film. I think it's a little like it's gonna be one of those things where everybody's gonna be really disappointed about it. But Scream 7 is probably gonna flop this year, so after Scream 7 flops, they're just not really gonna have a place for him in the film. And I just don't think Ghostface is gonna be appearing in Avengers Doomsday, all things considered. After that, we got Shaggy, and we all know live-action Matthew Lillard Shaggy is definitely going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I just don't see a world where the Avengers can actually stop Doctor Doom without Shaggy. So yeah, he's totally going to be there. Our last two entries we're going to do at the same time. Well, their next two entries, I mean, we're going to do at the same time. And that's The Weeknd and Travis Scott. I think both of them will guaranteed be in Avengers Doomsday. I just don't see a world where they're not in the film because they're just so pivotal to the plot. So definitely going to see Abel and Travis together in Avengers Doomsday. All right, we're going to end this list off with Joe Biden. Joe Biden is definitely going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I don't really see a world where we don't get Joe Biden in Doomsday. I mean, he's guaranteed pretty much after all of the marketing and stuff. So, gonna be seeing Joe Biden in Avengers Doomsday, pretty much guaranteed. And the last person we got on the list is P. Diddy, and yeah, P. Diddy is totally gonna be in Avengers Doomsday.